Hello, hello, hello. So I'm back with another video. So this topic I could not talk about. It has been going around social media. I can't escape it. I can't escape it at all. And by the thumbnail you can see these three couples. And they all have something very much in common. Can't even fathom how people can't realize that this is a pattern, but I'm just going to start with the first couple. So we're going to start with Queen Naja and Clarence. I knew something was going to happen when I saw the video when they were on their couples channel and they were reacting to another video of one of their subscribers saying, I've been with my man for 10 years and he's not popping the question XYZ. And Queen was saying, oh yeah, me and Clarence, we've been together for XYZ. If he doesn't propose in this amount of time, then I'm out. We all knew she was lying. We knew she was lying. I don't think she's going anywhere. Very point blank. And on this video, I was just angry watching this because this just solidified everything that people are saying. These men are really dragging their feet, and they're only dragging their feet because the women are allowing them to. So let's get into this video and dissect a little bit of what's going on. Let's start with the caption. Queen thought Clarence was going to propose, but it was just earrings. Before we even get into the video, that is such a slap in the face when it's not like this hasn't happened before. Men across time, decades in the modern world have been dragging their feet with a woman being like, oh, I want to marry you. Just, I'm taking my time. When the time is right, I'll pop the question. And turn around and give them earrings and a jewelry box. That's such a slap in the face. But let's get into the video.
You would love and that you would really appreciate.
And what makes me more mad about the situation with this earring fiasco is that they give this whole big speech. They say, you're the most special person in my life. I can't imagine life without you. You're thinking it's leading up to a proposal, and they give you earrings.
Oh, okay. I appreciate anything.
So I would like you to open it up.
Oh, babe, don't.
And she thinks this is it. She's like, this is my moment.
Are these diamonds?
She better than me. I would crash out at that moment. I'm taking the steering wheel. I'm driving us off the road. Just kidding. But why get the balloons? Why get the teddy bear? Why give this long speech for you to give her earrings? Why not give the earrings with the rest of the gifts?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me throw my fake diamonds out. Thank you, babe. Sorry, let me show it.
And she has to sit there and be grateful because if she expresses her discontent with the situation, saying, I was really expecting a ring, we've been together X amount of years, I want to get married, it's going to be seen as her nagging. But she has to put on this brave face and feel grateful. Thanks, babe. I really appreciate what you do, but her needs are not getting met because her time is being wasted. She's not getting younger. She already had the man's kids. He seems to be dragging his feet. And to top that off, he probably spent her money buying her all of these things. That's the worst part about the situation. Queen Naija seems to be the moneymaker in the situation.
And of character.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
And he got the nerve to show the camera. Ooh, look at the diamond earrings I got her. Where is the ring? The amount he spent on the earrings is could be equal to the amount that he spent on a ring.
I don't buy diamond earrings. I don't buy them for myself, so I really appreciate these because every time I get these, they're fake. I got the real deal.
I would throw him out the car. Speeding. Anyway, let's get to the next time waster. And a time waster in a different way. Because in Queen Naija's situation, she's the one who started YouTube with her ex. I don't know if they were married, ex husband or ex boyfriend, Chris. And she has music, she does entrepreneurial stuff. She outwardly makes the money. You can tell where her money is coming from. Whereas Clarence, he just seems like a pretty boy. We don't really see, he doesn't give what this next situation gives. So Janae Aiko and Big Sean. Big Sean, famous rapper. Janae Aiko, famous singer. They both have notoriety. They have fan bases. Hers bigger than his. Big Sean stopped making music. I used to really like Big Sean. When he first came out, I thought he was a great lyricist. I liked his music, but it was, I really think after his last relationship with the girl from Glee, I can't remember her name, but his ex-fiance, after that relationship dissolved and she unfortunately passed away, I don't think he wants to get that deep with someone, and it really affected him, in my opinion, with his outlook on relationships because he had different celebrity relationships. So he was with Ariana Grande, he's with Naya Rivera, I think that's what her name was, um, and with Janae. And so him and Janae have been on and off for all of these years since God knows when, 2012, like early 2010s. But later on down the line, it just seems like he's been dragging his feet. And in both of the situations with Queen Naija and Janae Aiko, and there's the third one that I will mention later in the video, these seem to be women that are desirable. They're very attractive women. They are gorgeous, beautiful, talented. Any man will be lucky to be with any of these women. But the men that they got are just treating them like they're regular, like someone off the street. And let's get into this video and then I'll give some of my commentary during the video and we can break it down. First, I'm sorry. Having Charlemagne interview this is just so messy. Charlemagne does not care.
Y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings. No, there has not been a secret industry marriage. I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through.
And does ups and downs include cheating? Because me being a fan of both artists and loving 2088. I love that album. They were throwing shots at each other. She's calling him out, being like, "You were talking to other girls," and he like, "Oh, what about this other dude?" It could have been some cheating going on that is hindering the relationship. That's not the point of him not marrying her, but let's continue.
Through it all. I don't know if like if to me marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, "Oh, you got to get married." To me, I feel like having a relationship.
Wait a minute. I never sat down and listened to the interview because I felt like Big Sean was talking out the side of his neck because the way he's talking so slow and he's saying a bunch of nothing. So I didn't really sit down and listen to it. But now that he says this, I'm going to break it down to how I'm interpreting it. So his reluctance to marry her is the fact that, like I said before, there could have been some cheating going on there. And he's seeing that as a smudge or a stain in their relationship. So, although relationships are not perfect, he's seeing the downs in the relationship outweighing the ups in the relationship because if the ups and the downs of the relationship involve cheating, those aren't ups and downs. That's just not a good sign for a relationship. And if it was on both ends, and if he started it, it depends on if he started it or not. And I'm sure Janae did not start this. And even if he thought that she started it, where he was cheating out of like some get back, that's a completely different story. But sensing that he's seeing infidelities as a smudge in relationship, and he's saying, I wouldn't marry someone unless our relationship had no downs, no hardship, no cheating. That's what he's saying. He's not outwardly saying it, but he doesn't want to marry someone who he stepped out, they stepped out, they're trying to hurt each other. But okay, you rocking with this girl, you still with her. Okay, if you feel some type of way about your relationship, why not let her go and find someone that you do have that clean slate with and lack of turmoil that you think will hinder you from getting married. And I don't see him not wanting marriage because he proposed to his ex-fiance. He wanted marriage. He doesn't want it with Janae because there's too much damage that was caused. I'm not using this as an excuse. I'm just trying to explain what he's trying to say because he's doing a terrible job of explaining it. He's not really expressing himself, and I don't think he's expressing it with this interview or with Janae in a way that is comprehensible because he can just say, listen, I don't want to get married because there's a lot of stuff that happened in our relationship, and I want our relationship to be something picturesque, something perfect without, I want a clean slate. I wish I could start over with you. I wish we can not hurt each other in the ways that we did. But he's not saying that. He's just being like, oh, when the time is right, he never wants to marry her.
Relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. And I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married, but then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced.
So,
The divorce rate so fucking high, and I am someone who, I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't gonna get married. But what I'm
something just popped up in my brain. So, his relationship with Naya Rivera, I hope I'm saying her name right, it didn't work out. That was a broken engagement. He seems to have some commitment issues because he couldn't follow through with that. And that's why he made I Don't F With You, because their relationship dissolved and we all know whose side it was probably on. I'm gonna blame the man every time. I'm gonna ask, what did you do for the relationship to dissolve? I'm not blaming. I don't absolve women of any like responsibility, but 9 times out of 10, it's the man who did something.
I'm saying is that it's just I would like to do a lot. I would like to, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I feel like, um, in general, we have so many relationships. It's like being peers, being in a group together, parents, romantic, all that. It's like it's a crazy connection because no matter what, we're always going to be tied together, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So I think that doesn't discount that like she and me both have to be on the same page. Mm-hmm. Not to say we aren't, but I feel like
You just say we aren't on the same page.
I can only speak for myself that there needs to be like more work done so we could keep going. Because
More work like what? Therapy? You talk about going to therapy. Have y'all gone to couples therapy? It just seems like he's dragging his feet and making excuses about it.
there's a lot of focus on our family. There's a lot of focus on careers and everything, and that is something that I feel like has not been the main focus.
So y'all not necessarily together now. Y'all just figuring it out.
Oh, now look at you, Charlotte.
I'm just asking a question.
Oh, now
figuring it out. So y'all not necessarily together now. Y'all just figuring it out.
Oh, now look at you, Charlotte.
I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm not saying that either. That's what I'm saying is that it's not perfect and that it needs to be work done.
BS. Big Sean is full of BS. That's what the B. His initials BS. Big Sean stands for BS. Like, what is he going on about? Our relationship isn't perfect. Nothing's gonna be 100% perfect, and I feel like he knows that because he does have a song with Jeremiah. Let me think of the name of the song. Uh Living Single, I think the name of the song is. Yeah, and he talks about that aspect of relationship where you're you're out in the street, you're outside, you're single, you get to talk to whoever you want, you have that freedom, but you don't have that security of always having someone in your corner, emotional support, all of that. And he talks about the contrast in both ends of being in a relationship or lack of. And he knows this, but why not just be with somebody else who you can just start over with, start out fresh, get all the. And that's what men do. Because they will waste someone's time like Janae, even though she seems great, fantastic, spiritual girl. Like, I'm not in a relationship with her. I never met Janae Go. I'm not in a relationship with her. I can't say. Of course, she's not going to be a perfect person. She's going to have flaws. She's going to have faults in her. But at the same time, she seems like the type of person who will work through that with you. And if she stops working with you through this stuff, and let me pull up this Instagram live. Actually, I'm not gonna pull it up, but basically they were on Instagram live and he joined, and then she kind of give him a little sass. She's talking back to him like, can you leave? Like, bye. Like, I don't really care. Like, no one. We need to get some men in here. Like, just in a joking way. The only reason she's doing that is because of you. This is a reaction based response. It's not because that's how she truly feels. Of course, she will want to love up on you because she got your entire face, detail, color tattooed on her arm. If somebody didn't love you, they would not do that. I didn't see no reciprocity in that. He didn't at least get her, a J. He didn't get her name. He didn't get like her eyes. You know how people get their partner's eyes tattooed on them? Nothing. So her acting disconnected and not really giving so much in the relationship is a result of your lack of commitment to her. So I know I said I wanted to talk about 3 couples in this video, but I'm going to save Cardi B and Offset for the next video because there's way more to unpack. And the situation is a bit different because they were married, but it just shows, will the marriage fix the faults in the relationship? Because let's say Cardi B and Offset never got married and they going through this back and forth and she was his baby mama and had 3 kids and he never, we would be having the same conversation and saying, why didn't you marry before you carry? Cardi B married Offset before she had her baby and she's still in a situation. It's just, can a man be a time waster and still marry you? Because all of these guys are time wasters. This relationship that they're in is not one that truly fulfills them, because if it was, they would be showing up drastically different, but they're not. And the fact that they aren't moving the relationship to the next level is because they're time wasters. They know that they're wasting these women's time. Check out my next video with Cardi B and Offset. I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.